All right, so in a minute, I'm going to jump on here and look at some pieces on Bricklink store, but I wanted to ask Josh, what do you look for when you're shopping on Bricklink?
Everything I need and everything I want.
Okay, so for example, in this store, what are you looking at?
I'm looking for Technic beams. I'm going to try to complete the roof on my space center over there.
Oh, yes. So you need some structural components for that?
Yep. And then some plates as well.
All right.
I think this store's got what I need, so I might start adding stuff to the cart.
Yeah, remember that's my cart. So let me jump in there and we'll start looking at stuff. All right, so now we're both down here at the computer. We are looking at the Brick Hut. This is a Bricklink store in California. So we're going to start with what Josh wants because this is kind of the motivation to actually go and get on Bricklink and fill up a cart. So what are you looking for at Bricklink today?
Plates and Technic beams.
Right, you were looking at Technic beams. Did you look at any other stores before you got to the Brick Hut?
I looked at a couple. For me, I have to buy stuff in the U.S. Otherwise, shipping is too expensive.
Yeah.
But I do like what the other stores have to offer, except the quantity. I need a lot in this case to build my roof.
Right. So you're looking for larger plates, right?
Mm-hmm.
We've got it maxed out here at 100 per page. That's a good place to start. So let's go all the way to the last page. The plates are sorted by size. So as you saw, first page 1 was 1x1s, and now on the last page, probably that dark bluish gray plate.
Yeah, so that's the color I want my roof to be.
Okay.
50 cents is a little expensive, but they've got 23 of them, so this is what I want. So I'll probably get, say, 15 of those.
All right. So 150. So 50 cents, that's going to be about $7.50. And we'll have to go down to the bottom of the page and add this to the cart just to make sure that goes in there. The other thing is we're on the Bricklink Classic webpage instead of Bricklink XP, where it actually lets you browse in a Bricklink store. So keeping it all in one store does help keep the shipping down. It limits your actually what you can buy. Okay, so you've got what other two things did you get?
I got 2 more of these guys.
Okay. All right, so Josh got some plates. Now I'm going to take a second and use a feature here called the wanted list browser. Basically, this says these are the items in your wanted list that are also in this store. So this little red heart means it's in my wanted list. I'm not completely up to date on why all this stuff is in my wanted list, but okay, one of these, the Carbon M2, is just a parts list, so I don't necessarily want that. The dark red 1x2 masonry brick, 12 cents for, you've got 23 of those. I actually don't need a lot of those right now. I think that was just on my wanted list. Some of these things, I'll just kind of scroll through here and double check. None of these I actually need to pick up today. There's another page. But, ooh, the Teal Lamppost for $1.30. This is one of those pieces that I'd just like to have because I think it's a cool piece, but I'm not going to spend $1.30 on it. Another one here, this interesting bevel gear for 54 cents. Some white tiles that I needed to finish up a project. So I actually don't need anything from my wanted list. Go ahead back to your stuff, Josh. And just all items right there. Yeah, there you go.
So the sets on this store seem to be a little bit expensive. They got some of the older stuff. Yeah, so yeah.
So that's probably on the upper end of the average for a sealed copy of those sets. But Bricklink, not a bad place to look when you're first shopping for old retired sets. Most of the people on Bricklink are Lego collectors and Lego fans themselves, and probably trying to fund their hobby a little bit, but also part of the community and are interested in helping people build their collections. All right, we're on to the Technic beams. Do you have a specific color in mind that you're looking at?
No, I think just gray or dark gray.
So whatever's cheaper, really.
Yeah.
Interesting thing with Technic beams is you can get a 1x14. I'm pretty sure that's not a standard brick size. Standard bricks go in even increments except for the 1x3 and the 1x1. So you get 1x1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, skips 14 and gives you a 16. That's kind of the max length for a standard brick. Josh has picked out the light bluish gray 1x12. I'm going to buy him out.
Yep.
40 cents a piece.
It's a little expensive, but
Yeah,
it's cheaper
steep.
than the dark bluish gray.
All right.
I want to get this project done because
yeah.
it's,
Well, you've got part 1 and part 2.
yeah.
What else for Technic? Go ahead, add it to the cart before you forget it. There you go. So we're up to $15 for what? 30 pieces.
And then, of course, we have to look through the rest of the store for any parts that we think are
All
nice.
right. The categories I go to, priority-wise,
Decorated.
slopes, bricks, and tiles. So let's just start with decorated bricks.
All the buttons.
Yes. Brick, modified decorated. No, where it's just plain decorated.
Must not have any.
Yeah, guess not. Modified brick decorated, some plates. Round decorated. There's nothing good here.
Go slope decorated.
Yeah. 2.
Wow.
Alright, that one's interesting, but not for $135. I don't know about the store, Josh. These are kind of pricey. You sure you don't want to look around for a different store, or you just want to get the order placed? Energy effect. There's some new pieces in there sometimes. Food and drink. You want a hot dog?
No.
Okay, the white croissant, you might want to pick those up for 21 cents. That's not bad. I picked up a couple of those for $0.25 recently on Bricklink. I think this was only in a couple of different sets.
But
It's one of those parts that holds its value, so it wouldn't hurt to pick them up.
okay.
Interesting that there's quantity in here. I wonder if those were on a pick-a-brick wall at some point. What else to look at? Minifigs. Could look at minifigs for a minute. Some of the interesting with the hooks on there. I like to look through minifig hair sometimes. You never know. There's a Wonder Woman hair. But kind of a theme with this store is the prices are all on the upper end of the range, just in terms of... Now that is interesting. Light bluish gray ponytail. This is also where you can learn a little bit more about what Lego pieces are actually on the market. Just kind of in obscure sets sometimes that you don't really see. This is a recent mold with the Anakin hairstyle. Hobbit hair right there. President Business. Minifig head. Anything interesting here? Obi-Wan.
Some older stuff.
Older stuff. Still kind of pricey. Decorated legs. Always good to look through those. Decorated torso. Where's that one at? Or headgear. That's from a Lone Ranger set. $4.99. Oof. Kind of pricey, man. Yeah, I'm not a fan of these prices. I don't think I'm gonna buy anything this time around. That one's cool. $6 helmet from Lord of the Rings. Jack 14. Did you ever get the Jack 14, or did you have the Old Republic stuff?
I think I had the
Iron Man helmet there. Aircraft. Yeah, I feel like I don't necessarily need to browse through all of the parts today. Very interesting printed windshields. Alright, well, that's just a couple of things that I look for when I'm on Bricklink. Josh adding in some stuff for his project, the space station over there. And when those pieces come in, hopefully you can put something together. And
another update video
another
for you
update
guys.
of the space station. No, it's not a space station. It's a
Launch center.
Space center, yeah. Are there any other pieces you need? Because you have the windows.
I think that's it.
You have the skylights. Right?
I think that's it.
Okay. Well, that's it for this video, guys. We'll see you around the channel next time. Let us know how you like the Bricklink kind of style, going through that. If you have not used Bricklink before, I did talk about this a little bit earlier, but Lego just bought the site earlier this year. So Lego's working on a new version of the site called Bricklink XP. They're starting to change things over. Hopefully they keep this old store format for a little while, because I do like going back and browsing through. And if they change a lot of stuff here, that means I'm going to have to relearn how they keep track of the inventory. So like all these categories, after you use Bricklink for a while, you start to get familiar with where stuff is located, and you can click through pretty easily. So I'm hoping Lego doesn't really mess with that, but we'll keep an eye on it and keep you updated. See you around.